20 questions, just kind of giving you a heads up on that. And they're multiple choice. Some of them are going to be way more obvious than others, but hopefully we threw a couple of in there that are going to be a little bit of a stumper, maybe. You are doing an exam. But hopefully we can make it fun by...
If you fail, you can't come back.
Ooh.
All right, we got 40. We want to get
it going?
Anybody else? Last call to join. Make it a nice even.
I'm not
42.
seeing any people looking nervous, so I guess we're good to go.
Okie dokie, here we go.
So first question is...
I'm going to start this thing in...
I have no idea what I'm about to see.
3. I'm clicking the start button.
Okay.
Things are not happening. Yep, okay,
there
we go. All right, there we go.
Again, everybody's in the right place. You know what's going on.
All right. Number 1.
In what year was the Commodore 64 introduced?
Oh, we got answers coming in already.
Oh, that's nice. We can see something.
Let's go.
Oh, we see that people are answering, but not necessarily what they're answering.
Yeah, this is high technology. Once I, do it right.
Look at that JavaScript go.
Woo.
So if we get this one wrong, is there anybody in here that can validate that we know the right answer? Okay, we got 1. There's 2. Okay.
Yes.
Not individually, but collectively, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. It's okay. I'm sure I'll get more of them wrong than anyone else. And what's worse is I came up with some of them.
All right, you ready?
Calling it? Yep.
All right, here we go. Last chance, last call. 3, 2, 1.
I'm curious. I'm looking at the screen because I'm curious to see what y'all see. Okay, is it right? So 1982 is correct?
Wonderful year of my birth.
Still had the old version of BASIC on it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Which
version of BASIC?
Huh?
Which version of BASIC?
Oh, you get me on that one. I know it's...
Anybody?
Is it 2.0?
There you go.
Not to be confused with the other Commodore BASIC 2 that came out later. Isn't there like another one that came out years later? Because they reset the version number at some point.
There was 7 on the 128.
Right, but before that, I think there was a.
Maybe there were different twos. I don't know.
I'd have to go look at my notes. I just remember seeing that at some point, that there was this weird step back. Okay.
All right. Next up,
we have who initially funded Amiga before it was acquired by Commodore. And if you didn't realize that it was funded by somebody else before it was acquired, surprise!
And then they almost called in the loan, and they almost lost it, and then business happened. Quite a story.
Oh, there's all kinds of stories about it. In a weird sort of way, some people became one thing, and the other people became the other thing, and all we did was just change the brands.
All right, we got 47, 48, 49, 50. We got 52 players, 53 players in the game now, actually. That might count me, I'm not sure. All right, anybody else? Last call?
I'm going with IBM. So if you picked the same one I did, that's right. No one ever got fired for picking IBM.
What's really fun? If you run into Leonard Trammell at one of these shows, son of Jack Trammell, he's got the check. He fished it out of the trash at Atari somewhere. He's got the $500,000 two Amiga check that he carries around. It's hilarious. All right, here we go next.
What was the nickname for the 6502 CPU variant used in the Atari 8-bit line of computers? I'm not seeing any sort of a problem with picking those kinds of names for any project.
The Amiga had some problems with that. The Amiga chips originally had different names, and then the relationships didn't work out so well, so they had to rename the chips.
Didn't see that coming.
Funny how that would work. All right, we got 45. It's a race. Did they have nicknames?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
All right, we got 47. Anybody else? Anybody else? 49.
I can almost read on here the 6502. Almost.
See, clever.
You actually picked a 6502 for the stock image. It's good.
This is a professional operation here, man.
100%.
We don't just like show up and plug in a laptop and spend 5 minutes on stage trying to figure out how to make stuff work. I mean,
not at all.
We also do that.
Y'all are going to edit that part out, right?
All right, here we go. Answer is our friend Sally.
Sally.
And Sally was actually a little different. Sally had a halt pin that would halt the CPU.
I'm glad he knows the Commodore history because I'm unfortunately on the Tandy side. So I was the poor kid that hung out with the Commodore 64 fellows that had the color computer. None of their software worked on mine. Apple released the Apple IIe in 1983. What did the E stand for? I do like how you put the in lowercase e and the uppercase E.
That's, I'm pretty sure what it was. Or //
But over here it's / little e.
Or bracket, but they got rid of the brackets after the plus, I think. I don't know, I may be wrong. They didn't like actual letters for some reason.
Given the year, I'm going to go with the last answer down at the bottom. I'm going to go with e-commerce. I like that one.
Y'all got this pretty quick. We're up to 49. Anybody else? Anybody else? 50? Anybody else? Last chance? Last chance?
So it is enhanced. I actually went and looked this one up myself. But there is some weirdness in the fact that they decided to come out with an enhanced.
The Apple IIe enhanced.
Oh, I have no idea. The question is, what do they call it in Europe?
How you mean? Oh, the little keyboard sticker.
It just said 6502? Okay.
CO2. Yeah.
CO2.
Yep. Because that was part of the enhanced, going to the CMOS. Yep.
Okay, next question is, when did the first floppy disk become commercially available? Is our...
It strikes me that there are people in this audience that don't recognize any of these forms of media, including the USB stick.
That is true. But I think you are missing a few in the...
Yeah, there's a few steps in between. Yeah. It is.
So I don't know if anybody attended his talk today, but the floppy disk guy, the guy who knows all the answers to this was here. That was a really good talk if you missed it. So definitely catch it on YouTube. Highly recommend it.
Sorry for the
How we doing on there. Got 41, 42.
Let's see. I'm only showing 5. Oh, wow.
A little sideways trivia on this is so before FAT 16, there was something called FAT 12, and before FAT 12, there was FAT 8. Anybody have any idea where FAT 8 existed? It was the format used to save files in the original versions of Microsoft Basic.
Whoa. All right, I think we got a quorum. Last chance.
Now that might give away a little clue on the question here.
3, 2, 1. Come on. There we go.
I'm waiting for that JavaScript to kick in.
Yeah, me too.
There it is.
So the wild thing about this is they were originally not intended for users to use. They shipped licensed code and system software on them, and you would just like stick it in the computer and close the door and go away. You wouldn't actually use them as a storage media, but they were good at that. So.
Yeah. Okay, next question.
Next up.
What was the smallest memory configuration available on the original Apple II? Oh, I like how you even got the images of that too.
See?
He put effort into this.
While I was eating a Starbucks grilled cheese for lunch. Threw these together. All right, we got 46.
I wonder if that picture gives away any clues.
No.
Okay.
That's a 4256, so you can put these in a Commodore REU, actually. I think. Maybe.
Okay,
I said it with authority, so it's people believe me. Maybe. No. All right, 49. Can we make it 50? Can we make it 50? All right,
if
50.
If you do not
there
know
we
the
go.
answer, just pick one.
Last chance. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 4 kilobytes.
So you want me to read the thing? The motherboard had 3 banks, which could hold 16K each. RAM price dropped so much so. Soon after the computer's release, they eventually shipped fully populated.
I don't remember the exact number, but it was something like an extra $3,000 to get a whole 48K when it released. And then in a year or two, that's just what they shipped.
Right.
So, because RAM dropped so much so quickly. It's bonkers.
I didn't have one of those. Oh, wait, I still don't have one of those. How many people do? How many people have the Apple?
The original Apple II? Oh, there you go.
I figured somebody should raise their hand.
In this crowd, it's got to be at least 3,
yes.
right?
What was the first home computer to feature a 16-bit processor?
This is a rare example of a 9-bit CPU. Get it? They're screwdriver bits. Get it? Yeah.
Hey, that was his joke, not mine. But I did get the
There you
bits
go.
part.
All right, they're coming in 43, 44, 45. Go, JavaScript, go.
I think I can answer this one through the process of elimination. Maybe.
27.
Maybe.
I mean, you could log in, get in there. There's no conflict of interest anymore. Then
Oh yeah, I could get a shirt.
just get in there.
Why didn't I think of that before I started?
All right, here we go. Last chance. 3, 2, 1.
On to the next.
You're right. You're absolutely right. But like 5 people bought those, so I thought, I know you do. The question that references you is coming up later, don't worry.
So incidentally, for those that could not hear the audience member in the back, he was clarifying that it was the 4, which is written up here, by the way. But there's some saving grace. He actually did mention it. He did mention it. So.
Extra text, so.
Yes, extra text. Thank you for letting you survive to the end of the game. What was the first video game to sell over 1 million copies?
Note the question is not what is the first video game to ship 1 million copies to a landfill. Okay, okay, so that gives you 1, okay?
As a side note to this, because it's not up there, does anybody know the first video game to sell over 1 million copies that was actually created by a female developer? One of 3 that worked at Atari. Either the developer name or the game. Huh? That's actually the name that most people would pick, but it's actually I forget her name, but she did Warlords. So Warlords was actually first to the list. But there are 2 of the 3 developers that were female at Atari. 2 of them have had over 1 million copy games.
All right, we're at 47. Last chances, get him in with that shirt, hat, whatever you can win. The adulation of your peers. 3, 2, 1.
Space Invaders. In fairness, he did put some really good ones up there to compare it to. So, what's the next one? What is the best-selling computer model of all time?
Yes. Both. You see what shirt I'm wearing. Come on.
You know, my little story earlier kind of gives this one away.
It's true. This is the...
So we're calling this the gimme.
Oh, yeah. Right.
This is the gimme question. Huh? No, we are talking specific.
Single individual models. One SKU. All right, people coming in quick with this one. We got 47. Let's go, 48.
And I would argue one of the items on that list isn't an actual model.
All right, last chance. 3, 2, 1. You already know what it is.
I was left out.
So it's an interesting question, right? Because they've sold 711 billion iPhones, but different models. In the top 3, the Raspberry Pi gets... You told me this. Yes. The Raspberry Pi gets close, but again, different models. They shipped 17 million of the same thing. And some actually didn't just go to a trailer. Some of them actually went to people. So...
Yes.
There's some funny stories about how they kind of pumped up their shipping numbers in the first couple of years by shipping them to the parking lot. Speaking of DOS.
Yes. What was the original name of MS-DOS? And incidentally, there is a awesome YouTube video with the creator of what would ultimately become MS-DOS. Highly recommend watching it because then you get to hear the story literally from the person's mouth instead of all the secondhand stories.
We got fast responders in this crowd. Almost there, 45.
And I will say also there's technically a name before the official name that we can talk about after. That was that other one.
All right, here we go. Last chance. 3, 2, 1. Bueno.
So it was 86-DOS. For a short period of time before it was called 86-DOS, it was called Quick and Dirty DOS. And it was inspired by CP/M.
It was very CP/M-y. I think it actually had pip for a while.
But it was designed in such a way that they couldn't hold him. Any legal battle on it was a failure because he developed against the API surface, not using any of the original code. So one of the first cases of that type of argument taking place. Yes, clean room. Yes. No. You're right. What was the computer used by David Lightman, Matthew Broderick's character, in the 1983 film War Games? Incidentally, we're not talking about the computer that was inside of another thing. In the background. There's actually several computers used because there's also another one behind the scenes. So none of the ones behind the scenes. We're talking the ones
trying to ruin my trick question here.
There's
utterly unprofessional in my opinion.
There's two in scene.
You're right.
So there were computers behind the what we saw in the big screens and those countdowns. So, and there's another computer that was hidden away that we'll talk about in a moment.
All right, last chance. 3, 2, 1. It was an MSI 8080.
And yes, it was an actual real machine, and that real machine does currently exist. We know where it is. Go to msci8080.net, and the complete story is there for it. msci.net, thank you. So they've got a lot of the history on it and everything else, and it is that machine that they still have. I do want to know how many people picked HAL 9000. So inside of the Whopper was a Apple computer. It was an Apple II, and it was the one controlling the stuff.
2001. There's in the consignment area. There's someone that's showing off. I don't know if they're selling them, but some really beautiful MSI 8080 replicas, remakes. They look really nice. They're very
I have one. It's
very
beautiful and it works well. And the you can connect to it remotely with a web browser. And the work that guy is putting into it is phenomenal. And they're continuing to bring new hardware into it, so you get that whole experience, not just the individual piece.
All right, next up. From movies to games.
That's correct. On which microcomputer was Zork first made available?
Oh, crap. All right, so it's a 3-answer question. Bad copying and pasting. I was taking a bite of my sandwich when I was supposed to be pasting the other answer into there. No.
It was everyone else's Apple II and his.
It was like $15 too. It was really bad. Yeah, anyway.
And yes, we are pointing out microcomputer here.
As a bonus question that gets you no bonus points, can anybody call out the cheat code or secret word from Zork? There you go. XYZZY. And if you type that, it responds. Nothing much happens.
It does not respond with "you got me."
Unless you're in one particular room where it says something, even less happens. That's what it is. It's great. All right, my phone. Okay, here we go. Last call.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. But then Apple was very shortly thereafter.
It was.
Yes.
So that was not a microcomputer.
Yep. Originally on the PDP.
That's why I made sure I called that out. Yes.
And came from Colossal Cave Adventure, which spawned Advent and Rogue and a million other amazing things. All right. A lot of Apple questions. Who wrote these?
Not me. What color was the bell in HAL Apple II? I literally have no idea what that question is asking.
I thought you wrote this one. I thought you added this one.
I don't think I added that one.
Oh, okay. I just like the idea of having a taupe computer.
I do like your color choices.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're not mine. They were in the document. Somebody, maybe Mickey added these? I don't know. Somebody did.
Might have been left over from last games.
May have. Of course, this is not the Bell & Howell Apple II.
I was about to ask that.
Or maybe it is. But no, it's not.
Well, I've got a problem here. The monitor is a different color than this.
It's true. It's true.
So.
Alrighty, we got 30, 40, something.
And what question are we on at the moment?
That's a great question. I don't remember. And you'd think
7?
This would tell me.
8?
7? Okay.
How are we doing on time?
Okay. All right. Kick it up a little bit. All right. Here we go. Get those answers in. 3, 2, 1. Is why.
Sometimes called the Darth Vader. I did not know that.
Yep.
What other computer-ish was called the Darth Vader?
Wasn't there a Mac codenamed the Darth Vader?
Thank you. Yes,
That's
Atari.
Right. That's
I
right.
was Atari kid. So
there you go. All right. We're going British.
What did the CPC in the Amstrad CPC stand for?
love the design on this guy. Hey, we have a color computer. Let's put color on the computer. Red, green, blue.
Yes. They really leaned into that, didn't they?
They really did.
Hey, but it got a cassette player built into it. That technology would never go out of style. Way to commit. I guess just get the ball rolling a little more. We'll call 3, 2, 1.
We're getting there. All right, we got 42, 3. Get those last answers in. 2, 1. Pretty easy. Color, personal, computer. Now,
British.
Amstrad itself, you'll love the acronyms. Allen Michael Sugar Trading. They made all sorts of very, very cheap but accessible electronics and home goods and whatnot, imported by Allen Michael Sugar. Keeping across the pond here, here's Clive riding his awesome, I forget the name for this thing, but Clive Mobile, I don't know. It's a great bike.
Well, not to be confused with the actual Clive Mobile.
The actual Clive Mobile, yeah.
What was the first computer associated with Sinclair and its many brands? I'm hoping this one catches a few people off guard. I looked for this one. Yeah, one of his little single-person vehicles, little car things.
Oh my God, what was that thing called? The little battery-operated Sinclair tricycle thing. It was awesome. Does anybody remember the name of that thing?
I don't remember the name of it, but I know where one is.
Oh, so cool.
It's in the Center of Computing History in Cambridge.
It's like half a step up from a Hot Wheels tricycle with a battery on it. It was great. Alrighty, last call. Get those answers in. 3, 2. The app just crashed on my phone. 3.5. 3. There we go.
It was a kit.
The top 3 there are all computers. The Sovereign was a calculator.
Yes.
But it was a Sinclair calculator. It was a kit, yeah.
It was a kit computer and had, supposedly it was called MK14 because it had 14 parts. Of course, I count the parts, it's more than 14. Just throwing you off. The Commodore 900 or Z machine was intended to be low-cost Unix workstation. What Unix-like operating system did it run?
I like what-ifs. In 1985, Commodore was trying to make a cheap Unix workstation. So there's this weird alternate universe where Commodore killed Sun, but also still somehow invented Java. So we'd be running Java on our weird Commodore laptops.
But hey, somebody did try to do that. That lovely product called, is it up there? No, Xenix. Anybody here use Xenix? Got one? Okay, so we got one.
All right, 45.
Does it help that I sold them?
45, 46. All right, let's get them in. 3, 2, 1.
Coherent.
Answer's coherent. I know. Notice Unix-like operating system. Aha. So the computer didn't live, but the video chip did. The video chip ended up in the Commodore 128 for 80 column mode.
So that's a topic of out of failure, success. Okay. Oh, that's a nice picture. What computer makes the best doorstop?
They can't all be serious questions.
So there's a common story floating around in the tech community where somebody has said this. So if you know, you know. I would argue there are plenty of computers that can be used as doorstops. Some can be used as aquariums. Some are great for just throwing off the top of a building. Some are definitely good for fires. My compact portable caught on fire. It was great.
You know, there's any number of ways you could go with that. Standard issue office door.
Ready for 3, 2, 1?
Yes. Oh, God. Why? This is exactly the audience that would ask those questions.
Yes.
And I love that. That's a good thing. All right, get them in. 3, 2, kicking the door down in 1. So the story is that these things, the X81s, were so cheap that they had buckets of them at Commodore headquarters. And I've heard tell that when they were designing the C128, which had a Z80, it was cheaper to buy ZX81s and break the Z80s out of them than to just get Z80s. So they used those. So, please. Bill Hart. The Z80, yeah, that's what I mean. That's where they source the Z80s from. Yep.
So no, we are not the first crowd that scavenged parts.
Going back across the pond here.
That's right. Which company designed and manufactured the BBC Micro? Incidentally, these things were tanks.
The Beeb. They're hefty.
I don't know if you've ever gotten a chance to play with one of these, but they are absolutely awesome. I'd love to own one. I'm still trying to get one, but I don't want to pay the shipping, so I'm trying to make it work while I'm over there and take it back in luggage. So.
All right, get those answers in. We got 42, 43. Keep them coming. All right.
I'm pretty sure it's not one of those.
What?
I'm pretty sure it's not one of those. I don't think that animal exists over there.
It's entirely possible. It could be imported. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. So it's Acorn. That name comes up a lot.
It does.
And those machines were made, distributed in a big government-funded exercise to
the
teach
BBC
kids about computers.
Microcomputer Literacy Project.
Isn't that cute? The government caring about education at some point. That's weird.
So I will say that it was real surprising to me to just see how exactly England, specifically Great Britain, took education of microcomputing in schools compared to what we did over here. They knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, but we got Oregon Trail, so...
We did. So we did. But yeah.
All right.
What MIDI programming technique allowed the Amiga to display more colors than traditional methods? This is another one of those, either you know or you don't.
We try to get a good mix of easy, hard, and stupid. Plus, this one has pixelated verbs.
I don't know. I don't think they use this in what's the name of the game? Something Beast? Not Altered Beast. Is it Altered Beast?
Shadow of the Beast.
Shadow of the Beast. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's such an awesome game. It's a horrible game to play. It's an awesome game to look at. Okay, I will. So now we can agree.
Welcome to VCF Game Reviews channel, everybody. Today we have Shadow of the Beast. All right.
It's a great demo.
All right, we got smart, fast-fingered people here. All right, last answers. 3, 2, 1. It's hold and modify, or ham.
Or ham, yes. Allows you to display up to 4,096 colors.
Which, if you get really weird into the math of it, it's actually kind of similar to some parts of JPEG compression in the way it actually works. So, changes over time instead of each pixel.
And this is what made most of us that had PC compatibles very jealous of Amigas back in the day. What was the first computer that Ken Thompson, known for Unix, B, Plan 9, Go, and other things, ever used?
I've got to get at least one picture of a bearded weirdo in the projected. As one myself, so.
And as bearded people go, he was pretty smart.
He did a thing or two. I totally forgot he did Go. I completely forgot that. All right, we got 39. We're going to be pretty close on time, actually. We'll be all right.
Yeah, I think this kind of question was put in here just to test your knowledge of things that most of us don't touch.
Most.
Yeah, there's one guy in here that does.
All right, here we go.
I don't know if he's paying attention. That's right.
All right. Last call. 3, 2, 1. It's the G15. And hey.
So it's the other machine that's not here. Not the one that is here.
All right, here we go. And this is the last question, I believe.
It is the last question. So this is the bonus question. It doesn't really count. But if Bruce Lee owned a computer, what would it have been? And we're talking for the time.
And feel free to explain your philosophies on this one.
I will. As far as I know, he did not own a computer. Just to clarify. He had some very other interesting electronic devices, such as one that he would wear most of the time to compress his abs.
Oh, the myoelectric thing that would make him twitch? Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing sit-ups while working, on the movies. So...
All right, they're coming in. Everybody get creative. Be like water, my friend. All right, last call.
There's not really a right answer to this. It's just
pick
hypothetical,
something. Yeah. All right, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2.
Come on, JavaScript.
1. Any minute now.
I would tell you what Bruce Lee would not have used.
Literally the
There'd
last
been no JavaScript in sight.
It was doing so good, too.
Yeah. So the answer that I would go with is the PDP-8. It's the proper time frame. It was a pretty small machine comparatively. It was pretty fast. Which were obviously things, and he was always about cutting material back and going for high performance. So, combination of those, and like I said, it's the time frame. So.
All right, so in the winner circle, I don't think is somebody's actual name Old Captain Clay, because that's awesome.
So who's Old Captain Clay?
Other than that, Captain? Oh, Captain, my Captain? Anonymous?
So Old Captain Clay doesn't want to win? Oh, really?
Hey,
okay.
Congratulations.
Okay. So I don't know if there's one prize or more than one, so you might want to follow up on that. I honestly don't know. So we have, who's a Futurian Steel Knight, out of curiosity? Okay, great. And who is Very Confusing Facts?
Hey,
awesome.
There you go. Everybody gets an obnoxious air horn.
So how much time do we have left?
All right.
Okay.
Hey,
so
nailed it.
Hope y'all had fun. Yeah. Awesome.
Should we do this again next year?
Yes.